Hey guys, this is Rich here at the Ultra Motorsports Warehouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. We are looking at this 1978 Ford Bronco Ranger XLT trim package on this thing. This vehicle is believed to be 67,000-ish original miles. I can tell you I have driven this car before. Mostly original paint, very, very original vehicle. I've got tons of service documents. I've also got the original purchase order and warranty card from when this car was purchased new. As far as rust goes, this thing was definitely maintained well and only a fair weather vehicle. Mostly original paint. There's been a few spots that have been painted on the vehicle. I could try to identify those if you guys would like. Also, I believe the rear tailgate has been replaced on this thing also for one reason or another. Not quite sure. Like all of our videos, we are going to do a walk around where I'm going to try to point to just anything that might be a surprise to any online buyer, because I know that's a huge concern for people when they're buying online. I'll say that I've never had cars come back because of these videos that I do, where I show every little thing that there is to see on the vehicle. So, like all of our videos, I start right here at the driver's side front, and we're just going to try to get a professional car buyer's perspective on this thing. And then our second video will be the underside. So that's really what we want to see on these cars, is how the rust looks and how the body looks. Broncos are as hot as ever. They're definitely an investment vehicle these days, appreciating rapidly, up to 10% per year in the last 5 years. So I would say that you know, if a first generation Bronco has become somewhat unaffordable, because you got to spend about 50 grand to get a nice one these days, these later generation Broncos are a really, really good investment. Chrome on this vehicle looks good. I don't see any it looks to be original chrome. Definitely nice enough to go to a show right now. No dents or dings as far as I can see from about the middle over to here. Looks pretty nice. This is somewhat of a fragile piece, you know, this stainless piece right here. Normal little scuffs and wear, I think you can see right there. As far as dents, that's really the only one that I can see right now, is right here. Okay, we're going from this side of the vehicle over. Okay, the grill looks good, lights look good, everything on the vehicle works. Okay, air conditioning works, everything's working like it should. These trim pieces, which could end up being, you know, hard to find on one of these old cars, all these trim pieces are in very good shape on this side of the vehicle right now. Okay, I don't see any dents, dings, anything banged up. It all looks very good. As we look down here real low, and we're trying to find some bad spots or some rust, I don't see anything. Looks real good. This is definitely original paint all right here for sure. Few very small chips, peppering spots like that. Oh wait, maybe not. Yeah, a few very small little rock chips. So I am arm's reach away from the vehicle right now, and this is the area that we're looking at. All right, and if we come in real close, this is what I'm talking about. These 1, 2, 3, few little peppering spots. Okay, so pretty pleased all in all. Have a couple little chips right in here. Okay. Likely from maybe removing this trim to do maybe some of this paint work up here that may have been done. Maybe they just dinged it in there. As far as down here on this low part, I don't see anything. I got one little dent that could be removed by paintless dent removal right there. I think you can kind of see it right about here right now. Okay. That's not a big deal in my opinion. That can be removed very easily. As we continue to, as we continue to look at the driver's side of the vehicle, the fit looks real good on the doors as far as I can see right now. I don't see any huge fitment issues or anything like that. I don't see any areas where, you know, there's a bunch of, okay, so you can see right here, this has maybe been painted up here, and that kind of plays because that explains why maybe they took this off to paint that trim line. We can see, you see how there's maybe a little bit of paint right here on this trim. That's maybe where the tape line was, so maybe this didn't all come off to be painted, which, you know, on a budget, that's a fine way to do it. I mean, you can't, you know, you can't spend $10,000, because that's what a paint job costs these days. You can't spend 10 grand to disassemble a car like this completely and then paint it. So you can see a very small, see this paint line right here, this tape line in here? That's the other thing we're kind of talking about. This can get cleaned up, and my detail department will clean that up a little bit more. I don't mind showing someone that though, because honestly, it doesn't detract from the value of the car, in my opinion. So as we look at down the rear quarter, very few of these. You know, let's just say there's a dozen of these, all in this light tan part right here. Those can certainly be touched up. I can match this color and touch this up very well. I can easily do that. This all, yeah, this is original, all this paint in here, so I'm not too concerned about that. Top's in good shape on this side. Everything looks good. Gaskets look good, not dried out or anything. Again, all this trim looks very nice. Tires are like new. I mean, lots of meat left on them. Okay, so as we move to the rear tailgate, this part was new, okay, and has been matched, color matched the rest. I think they did very well. This looks like really, really nice. I don't see any dents or dings on the tailgate. It looks very, very good. Rear chrome on the bumper, original bumper for sure. Got a couple little scuffs right here, right? So it's a driver, but it gets tons of attention. As we look at the bezels, these fragile pieces is stainless. I got one little ding right here, maybe another one right here. Right there, you can kind of see it. And right there, you can kind of see this one. Very small dings. Let's move on to, we'll poke our head in the back here real quick, just because we're going to focus on the interior here in a moment. But the interior in this vehicle is 100% original for sure. I've got the original intake and manifold and carburetor and the air cleaner right here in the back. The rear tail window works just fine. This is all the original interior, and you can see it's very nice. Original carpet. All this trim is original and in very good shape. The top does come off this thing, okay? Headliner looks great. The top looks very, very good, okay? As we move on down the passenger side of the vehicle, I am going to go ahead and touch these up, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to match this color, and I'm going to go ahead and touch these up, because there's a few on this rear right here. Just for reference, you can see, and as I step maybe 6 feet away from the car, you can kind of see them right now. But these are there's a few of these chips on the tan. Trim looks good on this side as well. As we look at this rear quarter, I don't see any deviation or anything, any issue areas. As we look down low here, again, we're looking for, you know, rust bubbles or anything like that. I don't see anything. It looks very nice in my opinion. And then all this stainless looks great. Fit looks good on the doors. I don't see anything to be concerned about right now here. You know, a few more of these, right? This is a little reference here. I'm standing 5 feet away from the car maybe right now. And then as we move up to the passenger front fender, we can see that it's actually in very good shape as well. This is big in my opinion, all this stuff. Don't get hung up on the touching up of the tan, okay? Someone wanted to leave this paint as original as possible. I can paint that tan if need be, okay? But I like the way it looks right now, not being painted, and I would just touch that up, okay? The tan wouldn't be a big deal to paint though, for sure, all right? Obviously four-wheel drive. What I want to do also, let's look at the front here real quick. Front bumper, small scuff on the plastic right here, and a little ding right here, okay, it's been rolled out though. So you can see, this is why you have somebody who's a professional look at a car. This has been repaired, okay? It was a ding like this, and it's been repaired at one time. So it's a good repair, but you can kind of see where it's been heated up and kind of rolled out a little bit, all right? Now, my guess is that no nobody would notice that unless I pointed it out to them. But that's the joy of what we do here, is we try to point out the stuff that the normal lay buyer is not gonna notice or recognize, and that's what we're here for, is to give a professional buyer's perspective on the car. All right, we're not just here to sell somebody something that they're not going to be happy with. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we'll look at the hood real quick. I think this has been repainted too, but all this was removed to be repainted, so it looks pretty good. As we look under the hood, 400 cubic inch engine, factory air conditioning. That, in my opinion, is what's really huge on this vehicle. Air conditioning blows cold and it looks good. This is virtually untouched. Okay, so if you look at originality, this is just, it's virtually untouched. And to be honest, that's the way you want it. And if it was all restored, it wouldn't be in this price range. I can tell you that right now. This could be cleaned up a little bit more. It could be degreased and maybe cleaned, and we're going to go ahead and do that also. But as far as like the engine compartment goes, again, we said that's an aftermarket intake, aftermarket carb, and air cleaner. We can put the originals back on, but it just runs so good right now that I just wouldn't mess with it. I would keep that stuff and just have fun with this thing the way it is. You can see that this is just like some grease and grime. This could easily be cleaned up, and we're going to go ahead and clean that up for you. But I like showing cars in their kind of the way they are, okay, so people can see that this stuff can just be cleaned up pretty easily. The other thing we like to do here is a cold start. So I have this temperature gauge right here, okay? And if you look at this temperature gauge, it's 60, it's the concrete, whoops, excuse me. So if we look right here, we can see that it's showing about 71 degrees on the concrete. And if we point it at our engine, we can see it's about 80 degrees, 76, 78, 79, you know, right in there, okay? Obviously this is going to just hold a little bit of heat still, so you can see that this is a cold start for this vehicle. And what we'll do is we just want to start this thing so you guys can see that it runs and drives like it's supposed to. Okay, so real quick, we're going to fire it up and then we'll just kind of move to the inside. So, okay, lights are working on the inside, fuel gauge going up like it's supposed to, oil temp moving up like it's supposed to, alt, engine temp, okay, everything's working out pretty good. 68,832 original miles, okay, aftermarket stereo, all right, AC blows cold, and the original stereo was kept here to not mess with the integrity of the dash, okay, so I like that a lot, that someone had the forethought to leave all this the way it's supposed to be, okay. So looks like we got cruise control in this thing, okay, right here. Steering wheel is in excellent condition, all right, so no cracks on the steering wheel that I can see, anything like that. Carpet looks great, trim plate looks great, sill plate. Weather stripping looks very nice, very turnkey this vehicle in my opinion. Door panel, excellent condition, excellent, no remarks whatsoever on this, okay. Dash, could be a costly repair if you had to. This is excellent, excellent condition on the dash, okay. Little headliner up here, perfect condition. Let's move on to the seats, because these seats, they're almost too good to be original, but I do think that it's mostly original interior. This seat is in excellent condition. No wear here, no wear here. I mean, this is probably the nicest feature of the vehicle is the interior. It's almost hard to believe that this could be original. I think it is original, but if it's not, it's definitely brand new, and I wouldn't even think you could buy like a seat cover like this, okay, for this vehicle. So it has to be almost like new. Let's flip this up and we'll look at the back. Again, back seat looks like brand new. All the interior panels look like brand new. Very, very impressive. Very, very impressed. And I can totally see somebody buying this and then pulling this top off and excuse me, and never putting it back on. I mean, it's just killer looking like that. Okay, so let's move around to the passenger side. Passenger door panel is excellent, really nice. Sill looks good. All the weather stripping, again, excellent, perfect. Drip edge on both sides, perfect, not banged up or tinged up. Glove box, the face looks great. Dash again, looks perfect. I mean, excellent condition. Carpet's good. Four-wheel drive works well. Passenger seat, I mean, I'm talking not even like a worn spot. I mean, really, really good condition. Really nice, guys. Okay, so let's move this up all the way. See the back of this one looks excellent. And look at this, okay? You want to talk about, here's why I believe it's 67,000 original miles. I mean, look at this. Look at how nice this is. This is really, really nice. Go out to your 5-year-old car and look at the metal on the seats. Look at the metal framework of the seats on your 5-year-old car. This was someone's baby, 100%. Never sun damaged. What we got here? Got a little, that's a grease spot. It's gonna come off right there. Okay, I guarantee it. Seats look perfect. Console, it's not even discolored. I mean, it just looks great. Original seat belts. Like I said, go out and look at your new car. It doesn't look this nice. I guarantee it. So, dome light, excellent. Okay, guys, carpet, original. I can't say anything else about the interior of this vehicle. It's excellent. The exterior shows very well. I can't wait to show you guys the video of the underside because you're going to be really impressed, okay? Again, this is Rich at the Ultra Motorsports Warehouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and this is our 1978 Ford Bronco Ranger XLT 400 cubic inch engine with air and cruise control. If you're familiar with the Ranger, it's like the high trim level, you know, back in the day, okay? So it's just like the Eddie Bauer, okay, back in the day, all right? It costs some money to get it. Rich at the Ultra Motorsports Warehouse in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Check us out on the internet at ultramotors.net. Thank you.